All right, guys, so recap. We're going to do plate boundaries today. You're going to have an activity. Hopefully, I'll be able to get through at least one of the questions today. I will give you severe hints throughout this, so make sure you're writing notes. I actually suggest writing notes by hand on a piece of paper. For this one, you can use the template that I send you on Doc. You can type things in, but it's much easier in this case to draw things out and write things out today. So, the world is made up of a bunch of plates. We learned that yesterday. Remember Alfred Wegener and the plate theory, and he couldn't prove it at that time because nobody could figure out how all these continents were moving. How they determined, like what helped prove his point was that it was a jigsaw puzzle looking, like the continents fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. And you have fossils and rocks that match on several different continents. You also find that there were oceanic fossils found at the top of mountains, and you found rainforest fossils underneath the Antarctic in the rocks. So all these plates, how did we figure it out? Well, these plates were riding on top of a magma layer called the asthenosphere. On page 10, where you can find that. There's that wording, the asthenosphere. And because of convection currents, and you'll notice I have a nice little lava lamp behind me. That is really awesome at showing convection currents. This is how the plates were moving around. So I'm going to go a little bit into it. There are 3 types. The first type we are going to look at is a convergent. So there's 2 types of convergent. We're going to look at both briefly. So when you have a convergent, you have 2 plates coming in. And when they come in, you're going to have this V. And you can see this V right here. It gets really, really, really deep because it's like pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And that forms a trench. One of the most notorious ones are the Mariana or Aleutian trenches. And the Mariana, which you can find, page 5, the Mariana Trench is right near the Philippines. And the Aleutian is up at the top, in between, like right around where Alaska is. And so you have these plates. What's going on with these plates? Well, you have this oceanic basalt crust. If you're unsure about that, page 10, it has it right here, and it tells you about both of them. Oceanic basalt is 3.0, granite is 2.7. 3.0 is more dense than the 2.7, so it is heavier, it is more dense. Because it is heavier and more dense, it will sink when it hits something lighter. And when that happens, the plate is destroyed. Well, why is this plate or this crust destroyed? That's because you have all this pressure buildup. And with intense pressure, you get intense heat and rock will melt. And when it melts and forms back into magma, some of that escapes up through the cracks and gets expelled out through volcanoes. So at a convergent plate or convergent zone or a subduction zone, either or, you will find those terminologies right here on page 5. Right there, you're looking at the boxy ones. The plate is destroyed. It forms trenches and volcanoes. Trenches and volcanoes. Hint, 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 hint. All right. And this is the continental. It is less dense. It should have an arrow pointing this way because it is pushing against that. They're coming together. All right. So another form is you have these continental. They are the same density. So when they push together, these ones form mountains. There are no volcanoes because you don't have any crust being destroyed. It's just pushing. Because they're the same density, they have nowhere to go but up. Hint, hint, hint. All right, so next you have the, let's skip down to C, where you have the transform plate boundaries. So transform, they just go side to side, and how you would label this one, pardon me, you were supposed to label the first one that I showed you with the trench, with the mountains, volcanoes. It's called a subduction zone. At the bottom, the plate is destroyed. Make sure you put that oceanic basalt is more dense than the continental granite. All right, so with these transform plate boundaries, you have a side-to-side motion like this, right? But here's the deal. This right here is the San Andreas Fault. Do these look perfectly flat? Look at it like right there. Is that a perfectly flat, easy to move slide by? No. So here's the thing. When you write on yours, there's going to be a part where it kind of like doesn't match. You have like this one is going up, this one is going down, and you have this lip. And at this lip, so much pressure is going to build until it finally pops. And when it pops, that's when you have an earthquake. And down in the earth, that is called a focus. So pops equal earthquakes. Yes, and that's why it gets a little bit dangerous around San Francisco, because you do have this transform plate boundary, and it does get pretty active when all that pressure builds. All right, so back up to B, divergent. So here's a couple things you need to write down. A ridge, that is that middle part right here. And at that middle part, that is where you have the youngest rock. That is where you have the newest crust. Crust is being made. New crust is made. That is a hint for a little bit later. New crust is made. So the youngest is found right near the ridge, closest to the ridge. And the farthest, hint, 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 the farthest away is the oldest rocks. So how is this happening? How is all this lava? How is all this magma coming up? And I know I did stuff on this side, but I'm having issues reading it. So what happens? This is where convection current's going. And you're going to have this circle on this side, which follows along with the arrows. So it's going to circle up and go like this. It's going to separate. This is separating. It is diverging, is separating. That's another hint you should know. But what you have here is a convection current. Right here and right here. So right here, you have, just like in my lovely demo of my lava lamp. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good view. So right here, this is where it's heating. And as it's heating, you have all these particles, all these bubbles going up. So they're really, really hot. And they float to the top because they're less dense. And then when it gets to the top, it cools down. And you have all these bubbles and all of it going back down because they got cooler. And as they get cooler, they become more dense. So you have the hot going up, the cold going down. The hot going up, the cold going down. And it makes a nice little circle. That's a convection current. And this is what's happening at this divergent plate boundary. This side is heating up down here, flowing up, going this direction. This side is going down that direction. This is going up this direction. That is going down. So that's the cold. The cold is going down. The hot is going up. All right. Another thing to look at is magnetic reversal. So with magnetic reversal, what's going on is as new stuff is being formed, you have that magma coming up. It's liquid. So you're going to have a lot of minerals in it and elements, certain elements like iron. Iron is magnetic, yes? So what happens is these magnetic iron particles, as they go up, they tend to cluster towards magnetic north. Now, magnetic north isn't always the North Pole. What happens about every 200,000 years is it reverses. So, in this case, the magnetic north will actually be pointing south. Our South Pole will then be magnetic north. Our North Pole will no longer be our North Pole. It will be like our South Pole. So it will flip-flop. It does it every 200,000 years. So in my little description, what you should put is the darker ones would be reversed. The lighter ones are normal. And you will notice that on each side, each layer will be the same length across. And a lot of geologists will look down in the ocean to see the magnetic dispersal of the iron particles to figure out at what time was magnetic north and magnetic south. So remember, I said all that old stuff is farthest away. Well, that old stuff, all those old rocks are coming this way. So these are like wicked, wicked, wicked old. Or you have so divergent, you'll see right here, they're pushing apart. That's what we're looking at. Where you're gonna find the mid-ocean ridge right here. Where is it? Right there. That's the mid-ocean ridge. Right in the middle. You're gonna see that they're going apart. And look at here. Right near the coast is where you're going to have the oldest rock. And at some point in time, that rock is going to get so heavy, so dense, it will eventually possibly start to subduct and go down. All right. So now that we have this done, and I gave you lots and lots of hints at what is going on, I do want to bring up something right here. So as this is going down, you're going to have a lot of pressure buildup. And what happens when you have pressure buildup? You're going to have that pop again. The pop is going to release. When it releases, this causes very, very damaging earthquakes, and not only earthquakes, but this causes tsunamis because you have that water. All this water is right there, right? So what happens when you lose that trench? When that trench becomes significantly less? Well, that water's got to go somewhere, and it tends to go inland. And I will go into this a little bit later for the earthquakes. All right. So I wanted to bring you guys to your GoFormative activity for today. I have right here the page 5, color coordinated. I really love this. I suggest you do this. I do have to fix the wording right there. I do apologize. What are the plates doing between the Nazca and South America plate? All right. So you would look for the Nazca plate right here and the South American plate. And you see this red line. What is that red line doing? So it's got two things you could put down. You could put converging or subducting. Either one. You could write that down. That's a freebie hint. What is formed at that boundary? Now remember what I said in the notes. What is formed at that boundary? Right there. Right there. Right there. You got a couple things you can write on there. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop right here. If you have questions, please let me know. Make sure you hop on a Zoom. And that is it for the day. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.